Hello everyone. Day 1019, walking 5 miles per day every single day at age 67 3/4. I would like to ask you again, if you would, please subscribe, like, share, and more than anything, comment if you see value in this video. I would greatly appreciate you helping me grow YouTube. Now for today's quote. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's the quiet voice at the end of the day telling you, I will try again tomorrow. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. That one is, all of them are true, but that one really is true because Courage is not a Hollywood movie. Courage is not Tom Cruise jumping out of an airplane or doing all that crap. You know, he's got safety lines and he's well taken care of. I mean, it takes guts. But Courage is the single mom who has to get up every day, take her children to daycare, and then go works a job, picks up the kids, drops them off at her parents', and then go works a second job. That's courage. Courage is the man, woman, who weighs over 300 pounds and one day decides, I've had enough, and we'll do something about it. Yeah, I'm saying in a roundabout way that I've had courage over the last 2.5 years, and I will own that. I think so. It does take courage to want to make a change in your life, to want to do whatever it takes to get to where you want to go, to get on camera and talk about it every day. When some days maybe you don't feel like talking about it, or some days you just, you're in a funk. You know, I did a video on a funk. It's one of my best performing videos. So I know I'm not the only one that can get in a funk. I'm not in a funk, don't get me wrong, but courage is the everyday person making a decision to do something to better themselves. And again, like the quote says, it's not always that big roar. You know, I had a big roar when on my birthday nearly 3 years ago. That was a big roar. That was a wake-up call, and I listened and I jumped. But sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes it's going out for a walk, and I've had comments from folks like this, so I know what I'm talking about with this one. People will watch my videos and they'll start walking and they'll go 3 days and then they'll stop because they're hurting, or they're just not getting it, or it's not the right time maybe. Listen to that voice. Now remember my video about listening to the voice too. Only listen to the voice to redirect you in the direction you need to go. Don't listen to that voice to make you quit, because that voice may be telling you to quit because it hurts, it's too much, it's this, it's that. Don't listen to that part, but listen to that voice that says, okay, 1 mile was too much. How about I walk to the end of the driveway and back for 5 straight days? Then I walk to the stop sign at the end of the road for 5 straight days. If you start building success, and walking to the mailbox for some people is a big deal. There was probably a time in my life where I wish I could have walked to the mailbox. Those simple things are that quiet voice telling you, I'll try again tomorrow. That's how important this is, folks. And it's, again, my frame of reference is walking. But it can be anything. Anything you've got going on. Don't wait for that big courage roar, because it might not come. It might be that voice when you start to lay down at night saying, oh, I get it. I get it. So, I hope that helps, because, you know, if you're waiting on courage to roar, might not happen. And then it might. You know, your soft voice at night may direct you to do something. And as you do that consistently, that big roar may come. You know, that's probably my case. When I first started walking 1,019 days ago, I had no desires to do YouTube. About a year into it, I started thinking about it, and about another year into it, I decided to do it. So that little voice just kept on and on and on, and the big roar hit me and said, do it. And I've been doing it since July 4th, every day. So, courage. Just remember that. Courage is not a Hollywood movie. Although our military and our first responders and all those people are courageous people, that is not what common, ordinary people need to worry about as far as courage. Courage is that small little voice inside of you saying, go, 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 go. No matter what. That's what courage is all about. So, I hope that helps. Definitely helped me when I read it. I hope you have a great day. Godspeed. Live loud. Peace.